are you pregnant?
Dude, I don't know what's going on in our little small town in Kentucky, but everybody and their mother are out.
Hi guys, I'm Leanna. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. Today is actually, it's my second time filming a video for you guys. I'm not filming the same video, but I am filming a video twice because I already filmed one and my lens was all kind of wonky and messed up, so the footage was no good. But you know what? Let's just say it's a good thing and the Lord is going to use it. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing another video today. It's already noon, so this morning kind of was like a really slow morning. The boys woke up super late. Elijah was able to go into work late because he didn't get out last night until like 10 because it's just a busy week this week for him. So we kind of just had like a slow morning, you know. Everybody was just kind of groggy. It's a gloomy day, but now it's noon and it's time to get going. So I'm about to put the boys down for a nap and my mom is gonna watch them. So me and my little sister can go grocery shopping. So I'm gonna bring you guys along for that. And then I also have a women's Bible study tonight. So it'll be fun to go to that as well. But yeah, so I'm excited about what this day has and bringing you guys along with me. So I think that's it for the intro. I don't wanna make it super long. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I left out that's been happening lately. I don't know, it's hard because I already filmed a whole video and I'm like, what do you guys know? But I don't think you guys know a lot. So I guess today will just be me filling you guys in because I put a lot in the other video that I didn't put in this video. So yeah. Okay, well come on, it's gonna be fun. So I actually just realized that there's something huge I forgot to share with you guys. And that is this little guy. Say hi. My name is Mr. Bear.
My name is Mr. Micah.
And his name is Mr. Micah. Yes, your name is Mr. Micah. Our first stop is actually Dollar Tree. I have to go and I have to get some, what do I have to get? I have to get some shea butter, coconut oil, and things like that because my dog's like pads on her paws are like all like scuffed up and messed up, and so I found this balm that you can make, and so I thought it would be a really cool activity to do with the boys. So we're gonna make some like puppy pad balm, so that's what we have to pick up here, and then we're gonna, like I said, go to Walmart. But yeah, it's been hard because the boys have been like really not themselves this past week, so I'm trying to do things that you know, kind of they enjoy. So a lot of sensory play and activity to do with them, and we went outside a lot this week, but it's just been, yeah, difficult because, you know, Gabriel is hitting the 1-year mark, so he's kind of getting to the point where he wants to be a little more independent. He's starting to walk and all that stuff, and Micah is obviously 2, so anything that I say is wrong, and he wants to do what he wants to do, and he is very strong-willed and he's extremely smart. So we kind of bump heads all day. So yeah, I'm just trying to, so while we're here, I might also pick up other things that we could like, just easy little things that I could do with them that don't take a lot of time to set up or clean up, but are super fun and that they'll enjoy. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about here. But yeah, come on, let's go. They have these cute little silicone things, so I thought this would be cute to make like homemade dog treats. They also have these little ones. We'll have to keep looking. Oh my goodness, that was like the place to be. I couldn't even record in there because there were so many people. And people were not really in a good mood, which makes me kind of sad. I don't know, maybe it's the weather. But I try to just be a happy, smiling face when we go out. But I got these 2 bins because I figured that they would go under the sink. And then I got, what's it called? I got little figurines. So I got one for Micah and one for Gabriel. So I got a little horse for one of them and a little truck for another. And I figured that could be just a cute little activity to paint. And then I just got the other stuff that I needed and some little containers to put the like the pomade stuff that I'm gonna make for Lila.
on her paws. And then this little knife for Micah, because he, like I said, he's super independent and hates when we have to do anything for him. So I figured that this little knife would be a safe way for him to like cut his own food and things like that and just be a little bit more independent. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there were so many people in there. It's a Thursday afternoon. It's like 1 right now, but I don't know. Everybody and their mother in this town was out at Dollar Tree. And the parking lot is like full. I've never really seen it this full, so I'm hoping that Walmart is not that way, because the food section in Walmart is crazy. We have 2 stores to buy food in this town, which is Kroger and Walmart. Oops. And they are literally out of food all the time at both places. And people go crazy in both those stores. So I tend to go to Walmart because Kroger is literally always out of everything. So I'm hoping that they have some stuff, but if not, it's not a big deal, and I can modify what we're making. So yeah, let's go. Dude, I don't know what's going on in our little small town in Kentucky, but everybody and their mother are out. This place is packed. Like, the parking lot is a pretty big parking lot, and it's full. And I'm quickly losing motivation to go into the store. But no, that's not me. That's not me. That's just the enemy trying to get in. Because think about all the people that we can love on. If there's a lot of people in the store, we can love on so many people, right? And just show the love of Christ. But you can show the love of Christ to so many people and be a light to so many people when there's a lot of people out. So me and my antisocial self, that's not me. That's the enemy trying to trick me into thinking that I'm antisocial. But we're not antisocial. So come on. Let's go. And let's be little flashlights to all the people around. But man, I don't know about y'all, but when I get into a store and there's a lot of people and I'm trying to push a carriage, I get so bad and I hit everybody. And my little sister is nodding her head because she's even worse. She'll literally just stop in the middle and then be like, where do I go? And then she'll be like, walk in front of me. I'll go walk in front of her and then she'll race up to try to stand next to me still. And I'm like, girlfriend, what are you doing? So I'm gonna have to push the carriage today. But I'm bad at it too, so we'll see how this goes. There's probably gonna be a couple people that get hit. I'm not a very good driver in general, so watch out. Leanna's out. So here we are back in the car again. I didn't get like anything I needed. I got dinner for tonight, and then I got like myself a probiotic and like just like the basic necessities that I needed. And that was about it because, you know, yeah, I just wasn't in the shopping mood. So I think I'm gonna do a pickup order for tomorrow so that we can have dinner for the rest of the weekend, because Elijah has a 4-day weekend this weekend, but he's been so busy at work that like you don't want to waste your time going grocery shopping on your day off. So I'm just gonna do a pickup order, and then yeah, so that way I don't have to go today, but we have dinner for tonight. So I needed to go shopping today, whether I wanted to or not. So I'm glad I did that.
So we're back in the bedroom because I watched, I think it was Faith with Vivian do this. So she has like 5 pillars in her life that are important. So it's like, I forget what hers are, but the things that I made. So I have God goals, goals for myself. So it's like the big pillars is God, myself, my relationships, my ministry, and then my last one for me was like the convictions that the Lord has given me. So I turned these into like little mini goals, and I know that it's a new year, but it also just kind of ends like Like I like to look at like 3 months at a time. So this is gonna go from like right now to April, and then like I'll reassess in April, and I hope that like, you know, like I kind of did this stuff. But it's not like goals like, I mean, there's one goal where you could kind of consider it like a resolution, not really, but like I'm doing it like basically to get closer to people and grow in my relationship with the Lord. But so I thought it would be interesting to share that with you. And then I also saw somebody write down 10 questions at the beginning of the year and then hopefully answer them at the end of the year. So I thought it would also be really cool to do that and like put it on video and then compare it at the beginning of this year and like answering those questions next year to see what has changed and what hasn't. So yeah, I thought that would be cool. But anyway, so my God goals, number 1 is spend the first hour of the day with him, wake up at 6 a.m. So this one is really important because obviously if I wake up before everybody else in my family and I have that time with him, I'm waking up prepared to take on everything else in the day. My entire life is people basically needing stuff from me. Like I have a husband who needs stuff. I have 2 children who need stuff. You know, my siblings and my mom are here and they need stuff. And do they give back? Yes, of course, everybody gives back, but it's a lot of take from me. So if I haven't been full from the Lord, there's not going to be anything to be able to give to them. And I feel like I've kind of fallen into that trap at the end of this year where it's like I have nothing basically left to give, so I'm feeling drained, but it's only because I haven't been taking that time with the Lord to get full, if that makes sense. So that was one thing I want to focus on with the Lord. And then my goal number 2 is to completely surrender my life. So it's like if he says get up, like I'm going to get up. If he says go talk to that person, I am going to go talk to that person. I still have a little bit of myself like in the mix in my relationship with the Lord, which is wrong. Like, who cares about me? Do I care more about a person's salvation and like them being saved and having a relationship with the Lord so they don't have to struggle anymore? Or do I care more about them getting offended and getting angry with me? You know, like, because imagine if they did choose the Lord, like, and you don't know when you're planting a seed also. So somebody could get offended, but you could have also planted a seed, so you don't know down the line, like, when the Lord's going to have somebody water that seed, when those seed is actually going to get reaped. So it's like, obeying the Lord is so important because that's how you bring people to him, you know? Like, that's how people get freedom. That's, like, you're called to love others. So if you're not doing, like, if you... And in John it says, if you don't love your brothers, then you couldn't possibly love God, because how can you love God if you don't love those who you see? You know, basically. So it's like you don't see God. So if you're not doing everything to bring others people to God when you know that he is the only true way, how can you say that you love them? You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I want to work on, is dying to myself, obviously, a little bit more every single day. And then my last goal with, like, in the God category is I want to fast once a month. So I don't know how long that's going to be. He could call me to fast for 1 day. He could call me to fast for a week. But I do feel like he's called me to fast at least once every single month this year. And after I've prayed about it, I feel like he kind of wants me to fast for specific situations. So like a person, like a situation that is happening overseas, like just anything. Like, I just feel like he's calling me to fast for specific things in this season, because right now I have 2 little ones, so I'm not going to be as much like going out in the mission field doing all that. But like, people don't talk about enough how much prayer and fasting and things like that can bring people to the Lord and bring freedom and bring change. So like, even though I'm at home with my kids, I can still be doing something humongous for the kingdom. So that's why I feel like he's called me to do that in this season of life, because it's something I can do. Now, goals for me, this is the one where it's like kind of, I guess, a resolution, but I want to be able to run 5 miles by April. I hate running. I don't enjoy it, but I feel like the Lord has called me to run recently, which I don't really know why. Maybe because it's like a good time where you could just be alone with him, you know, and you're kind of just like nothing, like you're just running and you can just spend that time with him. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know, I just feel like I really want to be able to run 5 miles by April. And then number 2, along with waking up at 6 a.m. and spending that time with him, I also want to get ready every day, like before my family wakes up, because I have the tendency to not get ready, and then I don't get ready until noon because I don't have any time once my kids wake up. And it kind of creates a sluggish day. I'm not gonna get out and do stuff with the kids before their nap, which I want to do. Like, we won't even go outside if I'm not ready. So I feel like if I'm ready, it's just gonna set the tone of the day like so much better and smoother. And the last one is to be more positive. I have a tendency to kind of like, I don't know, just like kind of like say negative things or like be jokey, but like in a not always nice way. And I really don't like that. And I feel like I can also kind of look at the negative side of things a lot. And that's not what we're called to do as believers. You know, like, we should have faith that everything is going to work out. We know that everything's going to work out. He already won. Like, no matter what, we have him. So it's like, how can you not be joyful? So I just really want to, like, that's what it is. I just want to be joyful. Like, I just want to, like, embrace the joy of the Lord. So that was my last one. Now, goals for my relationships. So instead of watching TV at nighttime, this is my relationship with Elijah. So the 2 relationships that I was talking about here are with Elijah and my children, because those are like the immediate ones. So the 3 I have for Elijah is do a nightly book club instead of no TV. So we did this like way back when we first got married. Well, we tried to, but we would read Mere Christianity together, and then we would just talk about it after. And it's like, I don't know, not having the TV on and like just having that intimate moment where you're reading together and you're talking and things like that, and it can spark up other conversations. It's just more intimate than just sitting in front of a TV and, you know, not talking and then going to bed, but like your brain still being like awake and not falling asleep as well and not sleeping as well. It's just so many benefits. So that's why I want to do that, because I feel like it's a good way to connect at the end of the day. I also want to do a weekly date night. So once a week. It doesn't have to be anything big. Like, we don't even have to go out to eat every week. But even if we just sat and like made popcorn and had like a cute little charcuterie board and we just sat and talked. Like, just something where we come together and we're intentional and we're just having a cute little date night once a week. I really, really, really want to start that, because I think it's so easy when you have little kids to kind of like bypass your relationship with your husband. And then if you guys aren't good, then you can't, your kids are gonna like see that, and you're not gonna be able to be as good for your kids as you should be. And then the goals as a mom, I want to take the kids outside daily because they love it. Fresh air is amazing. They can learn so much. Like, I always try to create sensory bins inside when I could just take them outside and have them play in the mud and play in the water and do all that crazy stuff. Like, why would I not do that with them? So that's what I want to do. I also want to do more Bible memorization. So Micah is amazing at this. Like, if I say something over and over and over again, he's going to memorize it. So I just have to be the one who's consistent with speaking it over him over and over again, and then he's going to start memorizing it. And I think that's just a really important thing to have in your tool belt as you get older and he starts to understand spiritual warfare. Like, no, that feeling isn't me. God said that I am this, this, and this, so I don't have to feel that way or think that way or be that way or this, you know, like, it's just really good to have that. Another one is do an activity or at least go somewhere daily. My kids are getting older now. They need to be stimulated, and it's so easy for me to like get stuck in a project like painting all day or doing, you know, but it's like they are what is important right now. And so I want to fill them up before anything else. So I think it's really important to at least have an activity or go somewhere where they're being stimulated and like they're learning and growing, because that is what my job is. And then the last one is to be patient, gentle, and have more wisdom. So this is just something that I just have to pray every single day, which is something I do pray every single day, is just to be more patient, gentle, and have more wisdom. But yeah, so you can never, like, if you have those 3 things, oh, and love, obviously, but if you have that, like, you're gonna be a golden mom. So it's just praying for that every single day. And then my ministry, I want to be consistent on YouTube because I am speaking truth and I'm speaking love and things like that, and this is like a little mini ministry, so I really want to be more consistent on here and posting for you guys. I talked to my pastors about this, but I really want to start a young adult group and a youth group. So the young adult group would be like people my age, like college age, and then the Lord has just put on me and Elijah's heart to start a youth group for like the teen kids, because it really helped him when he was a teenager. So I wish that I had that, so I kind of want to be like those like older but not too old of people, like who can do a youth group and actually understand where they're coming from, because I do understand where they're coming from. So yeah. And then the last one is I really want to get better at guitar and piano, just like the parable of the talents. If I bury my talent, then, you know, like it's never gonna grow. So he gave me a gift and I am on the worship team, so I just want to like really be able to have that gift be used. So I want to get better at singing, guitar, and piano, just that way I can, you know, like other people can worship him as I sing, and I just think that's a beautiful thing. So I just really want to work on that. So that's the last one for the ministry. And now for convictions. So these are convictions that the Lord gave me at the beginning of the year, and I just feel like that they're gonna kind of trickle for the next couple months. So number one is, I don't know what I did. Number one is to stop complaining. Number two is to only shop ethically, which I know ethical can mean a lot of different things. So specifically, I don't want to buy from anybody that supports child labor. I just feel like if I'm supporting the company who supports child labor, then not indirectly, or even, I don't know, yeah, indirectly, I guess I'm supporting child labor as well. So I just don't want to be a part of that, and the Lord kind of put that on me and Elijah's heart. Number three, what you put in is what you get out. So if I'm not putting in the time with the Lord, I'm not going to see the fruit of the Lord, because I'm not putting in the time with the Lord. So yeah, that's one of them. Another one is spend less time on my phone and more time in silence, because when you're silent, the Lord is able to speak to you better, and I want to be able to hear the Lord. I don't know about you, but I want to hear the Lord, so I need to disconnect more so that way I can hear him when he's trying to speak to me. And then I don't have this one written down, but the last one that he's really put on my heart is to love the Lord, not for what he can get, like what you can get from him, but just because you love the Lord, like who he is in general. So like one of the prayers that I've been praying like this past couple days is like, Lord, if you never give me a single thing, if you take everything away, I will still be there worshiping you, and I will still love you. And like actually saying that to yourself and being like, wow, that is so true. Like just who he is so good. Don't always expect stuff from him. Just love him for who he is, not what he can give to you. Because if you're only loving him for what he can give to you, you don't actually love him. That's selfish. So yeah. And I feel like obviously everybody comes to the Lord because they need something from the Lord, but once you get into a certain point in your walk with the Lord, there has to be like that shift where it's like, I no longer love you just because what I can get from you. I love you because I know that you're faithful. I know that you're good. I know that you are love. Like, you know, like once you get to know him, that's when you can love him, because you know him, if that makes sense. Now, I'm just going to run down. I'm not going to really explain these. I just thought it would be cool to read these last few questions, or they're 10 questions. So I'm just going to read them, and then next year, hopefully, I'll answer them. So I figured it might be cool for you guys to hear them, but I'm not going to explain them or anything. I'm just going to read them. Number one, are you still living on the farm? Number two, what is Elijah's job going to be post-military? Number three, did you go on a mission trip? Number four, are your boys best friends? Number five, do you have a group of close friends? Number six, has the church grown at all? Number seven, are you more outgoing? Number eight, does Elijah still want to live in a bus? Number nine, how many people did you witness give their life to Christ? And number 10, are you pregnant? So those are those. And yeah, I just wanted to, I just thought it'd be cool to share that with you guys, because I don't think it's ever bad to like have that, oops, time to feed the dogs. I don't think it's ever bad to have that time where you reflect and know what you're doing good, and you know, like know what you need to grow in, because that's kind of like a lot of times what the Lord speaks to me in my prayer time. I can't say that for everybody. I don't know what everybody's prayer time looks like, but he's always like telling me like, hey, you did good at this, you could work on this, like, you know, like he's convicting me, he's praising me, like there's all of that when I'm in my prayer time with the Lord. So it's kind of just writing down what he speaks to me in that time. So yeah, that was it. Okay, well, I think I'm actually gonna close out the vlog here, because yeah, I'm gonna close out the vlog here because I have the women's group tonight, and this video is already getting pretty long. So I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know. I'm gonna say goodbye for now, just in case, but you guys might see me later. So in case you don't see me later, I love you and Jesus loves you more.